is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the podcast, guys. Occupying the kids during the school holidays can be exhausting.
Yeah, well done if you've done it.
I don't know if you guys have heard of something that's great for the kids. It's called cinema.
The movies. Let's
like the real
go
life
to
movies,
the movies.
with that smell of popcorn.
Yes. Yeah, they're still around. Apparently they are still around. They're hard to find, but there are movie cinemas out there. Great Australian movie at the moment. It's called Runt. And I took my 11-year-old son to it. The disappointing thing was he looked at me and caught me fully crying, like there was a tear coming down my cheek.
Welcome to the Saltcast.
Were you eating salt and vinegar chips or something?
When
Put
I
your finger in your eye.
realised that I still had the rest of the afternoon with him. But no, it made me cry. And have you been busted during a kids' movie crying your eyes out? What's in the podcast?
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Okay, well, Tommy, I'm not sure what's going on. I'll hand it over to you if you think you've got control of this surprise or whatever.
If you don't mind me butting in, Tom here, also known as Tim.
Butt away, Tom.
Oh, I said what? Mm-hmm. Now, for your Friday, just a quick one to round out the week. Now, on Wednesday, Wippa actually confessed to chasing a friend of the show around Sydney because
Luke Mangan,
you think you live very close to celebrity chef and friend of the show, Luke Mangan.
Yeah, he sends me photos out the front of my house.
Well, I hope he lives close, otherwise that means he's getting in his car and carring to your home.
Exactly, Kate. And you had an awkward moment the other day. Here's a little bit of what happened.
Gassing it, trying to get up behind the white car. I'm tailing him I'm like hot on the tail. This car then pulls over, so I wind down the window and yell out, "Mangan, you moron! Got ya!" It's not Luke Mangan. We're following the wrong car.
So this morning, for his right of reply, the wonderful Luke Mangan joins us.
Mangan hunting.
Oh, hello, Luke. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. I was surprised that I was called a stalker a couple of days on it.
Well, in the nicest possible way.
You know, it's not often the prey comes to you when you're Mangan hunting. What was interesting, I mean, can we just clarify, do you drive a white Mazda?
No.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so either when you said Mazda. I mean, nothing wrong with a Mazda. But
No, you don't think it's Mangan style.
Do you know what, Luke? You're allowed to do whatever you want out the front of Wippa's house. He has stalked you and your restaurants for years, Luke, just salivating over your food.
That's true.
Trying to get freebies, I would imagine.
You have a few credits up your sleeve, Luke, that's for sure.
Well, certainly, because, I mean, the amount of noise that comes from his house, and you always know when Lisa's cooking because the food smells so beautiful.
Are you up the hill, down the hill, to the side of the hill?
Oh, don't tell him.
Well, very close, but all of us, all your neighbours and the few friends across the road, we all get together and talk about you guys when you're not there, you know, and about you park your car over driveways and things like that.
Oh,
what a dog.
Yeah, you don't even know what's going on inside in the house.
So you're having street meetings without us?
Yeah, 100%, mate. I mean, it's just... And you're leaving the lights on all the time. And how many times do I have to text you, turn that back porch light on,
Okay, so tell me this, Mangan.
Yeah.
Are you within, say, 200 metres?
You're getting very warm, my friend.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Are you closer to the water or further away?
Oh, no, I might be right behind you, directly behind you.
No, you're not.
No,
you're not. Because I would have known that through, I don't know, Halloween trick or treat. I would have knocked on the door.
Peering on your your fence.
I do love being your neighbour, though, Wippa. It's great. I mean,
the street cred is amazing, isn't it?
Oh, well, there's a few people that are a bit not so happy about it.
Yeah,
we deal with it.
Look, we do have to ask, though. I don't think you have to be concerned with what's going on in Wippa's house. You're very good friends with Richard Wilkins. What is a Richard Wilkins party like, Luke Mangan? Like, what is it like inside? What happens in there?
Listen, what happens in there stays in there. So if you haven't been invited, we can't share that.
Okay, what about this? Are you close enough to me that when Dickie comes round to your house, that if he's telling a story about, I don't know, In Excess and Elle Macpherson, I'd be able to hear it in the backyard?
Well, look, let's put it this way. We do see you walking around in those white Y fronts with no T-shirt.
Okay.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, do you see
I
him
was
eating
I
apples
was-
on the swing?
I was rollerblading, okay? Luke Mangan,
Mate, your backyard is not that big.
I will find you. I will find you as the Mangan hunt continues.
I look forward to it, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
See you, legend.
Oh, what a great man, Luke Mangan as well. He's partnering with the Sydney Harbour Bridge for Luke's tour and tastings. This sounds amazing. It's a cocktail experience of gourmet bites and drinks up on the pylon lookout at the top of the Harbour Bridge. Now, this is addition to Luke's table, a carefully curated three-course meal. So get involved with that one. Thank you, Luke.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
School holidays, trying to keep the kids occupied, it's just a nightmare. So took Lenny. I love the cinemas, and I feel like the cinemas is dying off a little bit now because of all the streaming. It really gets me down a bit.
Yeah, you don't make the effort to go, but every time you do, you think, oh, why don't I do
great
this?
experience.
I love it.
Why, we should do this more often.
Yeah.
I give you a movie, Australia, to go and see because it is magnificent with your kids. It's called Runt. And
I went to see it with May.
Did you?
Lovely film, because we'd read the book at home.
Is there a message in it? Like, what's the story about?
It's a beautiful movie. So it follows 10-year-old Annie, and Runt was a stray dog and met her at school, and she took Runt home. He's a crossbreed, and they are best mates.
Yeah.
And basically, they attempt to win the agility course championships, Whip. Okay, so that you got the local show, the national show, and then the big one, the Crumpets Dog Show in London.
Okay.
And they have to win that in order to save their family's farm from drought and misery.
Yeah.
what a
There's some
great
great Aussie actors
Yeah,
in
who's
there.
in it? Bill Woodard be in there?
What do know?
Matt LeBannon.
No, Jack is in it. Jack
Thompson.
You got Jai Courtney.
Matt Day. Oh,
Yes.
Jai Courtney's great, and Matt Day plays the incredibly flamboyant dog owner
Yes.
with the quiff and the. Oh, he's amazing.
He is so good, Matt Day. Jack Thompson. You've also got Celeste Barber in there, Deborah Marmon. But it's amazing. It's really, really good. But there's a moment. I actually do love moments where, because sometimes you take kids to kids' movie and you think to yourself, I can get a few emails done here while they're watching it.
I do
Dad,
know.
get off your phone. Well, you shouldn't, because
shouldn't.
you should be present.
Couldn't agree more.
No, but you know what, mate? I didn't check my emails once.
That's how good Runt is.
And then there was a moment during the movie where Lenny turned around to Dad and said, Dad, are you crying?
Awesome.
Oh, did you have a little cry?
Oh, my gosh.
Which bit? Oh, we don't want to give anything away.
Bet you didn't email anybody about that. It's good that Dad shows emotion.
It
Do you
is.
know-
It's
do you know-
important.
human.
Do you know when you can feel a tear coming down your face and you know as soon as I go to wipe it, the kids are going to see the action? I can't do it.
Yeah.
You just got to hope it evaporates.
So there must have been a glistening off that tear that was coming down my cheek because Lenny just straight away turned around. Are you crying, Dad?
You're right, Dad.
It's lovely. I don't want you to say which part it was because it might give away the film, but I think sometimes when you know which parts of films like that people cry over, it gives you an insight into what they're all about.
Yeah.
You know, which is the bit that really hits home. Is it in the arena or is it when the thing comes out of the sky?
Don't say anything.
It's in the arena.
Okay, great. No, that's all. I'm not giving it away.
Yeah, you're not.
No, I
you
know,
know
at
the
the
bit I'm
end.
talking about.
We got-
Tommy, we got a little bit of
You got
Runt in
some
the
of the
system.
trailer. Such a good movie.
The top 2 dogs in Australia earn an invitation to compete at Crumpets Dog Show in London.
That's it! Me and Runt are gonna make it to the Crumpets Dog Show.
Runt doesn't have a specified breed.
Where it comes from doesn't matter.
I want that runt out of the ring.
The voice that you hear is 9-year-old Lily Latore.
Isn't she amazing?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's got this smile on her which just lights up the whole screen.
And I have to mention, I was just reminded of her then. I'm not quite sure of her name. Forgive me, but the woman who plays the woman in the green dress who is kind of hosting or the MC of the
she's
dog
the
shows.
best.
Oh, she's amazing. It's worth going just for her performance. But now I realise you just love it because it's got a great Australian soundtrack.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very.
Oh,
good.
have a look at him, Kate. He's just crying. Oh my
No,
gosh,
I'm not. I'm not crying.
He's crying
now.
again.
No. There is. I do get emotional when I think about that scene because they're just trying to save the farm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there a kids movie that you've taken your kids to where you've got emotional and they've busted you? Toy Story's a big one for that. I think there's emotions in Toy Story, in every single Toy Story movie.
Yeah.
It's very funny, but then they just pull at the heartstrings the whole time.
That's Lisa. My wife's a huge crier in kids' films.
Yeah.
Free Willy.
She's not crying about the
She
film.
cried in
no.
Free Willy when she was...
when the whale jumped
I
over,
haven't
which was a
seen
bit
Free
ridiculous.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Don't Google it. I'll give you a DVD. I've still got one at home.
I bet you do.
She cried the minute she saw it.
Murray in Glenmore Park. Murray's a masculine man as well, but you got caught crying, Murray?
Absolutely. Got slapped around the head a couple of times by the missus.
Really?
What movie was it?
Believe it or not, it was Cars.
Cars?
What happens in Cars?
Cars.
You mean
Cars.
is there a certain scene, Murray?
Absolutely. At the end, they're running for the Piston Cup, and old Chick Hicks wipes out the king, and when Lightning McQueen pulls out and loses the Piston Cup to save the old fella, it pulls strings, I tell you.
Look, he's having a moment now. Murray, you okay just hearing you talk like that? I could hear the warble in your voice.
You know what? I'm actually tearing up now.
Oh, Murray.
Movie.
That is beautiful. And going into Bathurst this weekend as well, Murray. I mean, you'll get emotional with that too if Lownsy can get up, that's for sure.
100%.
Yeah, well done.
Into the love of car racing.
Look, he's going again. He's crying again. Murray, thank you, buddy.
Anne in Carringbar, what kids' movie made you cry, Anne?
Well, there's two of them. The first one is Charlotte's Web, when my children were growing up. That little incy-wincy spider, when he passed away, that was just so tragic.
Oh, no.
But then the babies come, don't they, Anne?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's,
Are you okay,
it's
Anne?
the circle of life.
Yeah.
What's the other one you're talking about, Anne?
Oh, Moana.
I'm with you.
Moana.
See, we saw the trailer for Moana 2, actually, which looks amazing. The sequel's coming out as well.
Got The Rock in it?
I don't know.
Yeah?
No, maybe his
Moana
voice. I
2?
think they use his voice.
The thing about Moana is it's so funny. It's really funny as well. But I'm with you, Anne. But I almost cry early in the film where it's like a young girl hoping for something more, and the grandma, and
you can relate to it.
Oh yeah.
Sam's a tough dad. He's been through a lot in his time in Cremorne, but he took the kids to go see a movie. You got caught crying, Sam?
Yeah. So it's a pretty embarrassing one. Actually, no kids, but I was watching Nanny McPhee with my partner, and she goes through. She's hard to find love and all that sort of stuff. And then eventually, towards the end, she gets all beautiful as she's helping the kids, and then she finally gets the man of her dreams, and they get married. Never failed to make me cry.
And now no one needs to see the film too, Sam, which is good.
So obviously your missus left you pretty quickly after that, Sam, or are you still together?
Yeah, it's been a lonely few months since.
That's so sweet.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is really exciting because two massive stars are coming down to Sydney to promote their new Hollywood summer blockbusters, and the first one is pretty massive because the movie Wicked, Ariana Grande is coming down to promote the movie.
This looks amazing. I've watched the trailer a couple of times with my daughter.
Can I ask
And
a
I've
silly
never
question?
seen the musical.
You know how they say no question's a stupid question?
There are not.
So, Wicked, is there a movie of the musical?
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
what it is?
Yeah.
And Ariana Grande's in it.
She's the good witch,
That's
isn't
a great
she?
pickup by you. How did you get that?
Wow.
I think you just told me.
Hopefully everyone will understand.
Okay, now I get it.
The other one is Gladiator 2, and the Irish superstar, man of the moment, Paul Mescal, will be coming down to promote that movie as well. We need to talk about this because I don't think if you're the next Gladiator, you're not coming to Sydney to promote it when the original Gladiator lives here.
Or Home of the Gladiator.
Russell doesn't want Paul down here, does he?
I think he does.
I think he
Russell's
does too,
gonna
and I
embrace
think
it.
Russell will take him under his wing.
What, maybe
I'd be scared if I was Paul.
Why?
Because if Russell said, "Hey, Paul, Gladiator,
Come for dinner.
come round for dinner."
You can't say no. How can
No,
you
you
say
can't
no
say
to
no.
the original
Well, the
Gladiator?
Woolloomooloo Wharf, they do liken it to the Colosseum, don't they? I mean, if two men enter that place, only one man leaves.
Quite often you'll be sitting there having a drink and a tiger will come out from the floor. Next thing you know, it's got your leg. You know what? If you've seen Paul, how do you say his last name?
Mescal.
Mescal.
If you've seen him in Normal People, He's awesome. He is awesome. And I think when you look at you okay? Do you need a moment?
No, I was just thinking about that series.
You're thinking about him. When
him and her in that series. Incredible.
When you watch Gladiator 2, and I obviously haven't seen it, I think you just got to take it for what it is. Sure, you know Gladiator, but Gladiator 2 will just be what Gladiator 2 is, and I think you need to hold it at its own merit.
Good. Well, here.
Hey, just in other movie news
I've
well.
spoken.
Yeah.
Filming has started for the sequel to Passion of the Christ, and apparently
There can't be.
They've released some of the soundtrack.
Is that your joke for the day? Like, if you had to hang your hat on anything you've done this week.
Do you mean like him rising from the dead?
Back? Guess who's back?
Jesus.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
What's going on here?
Oh my God. You should have done that before recap because we certainly wouldn't have put it in.
I wonder what's going to happen in the sequel.
There's no sequel, is there?
Is it a sequel or is it a remake?
What are you talking about?
Mel Gibson has started filming for Passion of the Christ 2. I'm not joking.
That'd be like doing Titanic 2.
And is it Jim Caviezel?
Caviezel.
He's returning as Jesus.
Returning as Jesus.
Like, do they roll the rock away? Like, where are we going from here? Where do we pick things up?
Didn't that happen in Passion of the Christ? Is that what it was called?
No, it stopped when he was crucified,
It was
didn't it?
crucified, yeah. That's how it ended.
Oh, so maybe it's the continuation. It's the resurrection.
Well, I think
it's the Guess Who's Back joke.
Yeah, I think that's the joke, yeah.
I think it is called The Passion of the Christ, The Resurrection.
Right.
And Eminem is on the soundtrack.
No, he's not.
There's a book about it, I think. What's it called? Oh, the Bible, that's right.
It's one of those
Can you do that? I would have thought there were some sequels you don't touch.
I must admit that was an amazing movie. When you go into territory like that,
I went to a small country town cinema, right, a 28-seater, and I took a girl that I was trying to impress.
Why?
She cried and we walked out halfront through.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing, isn't it?
She's quite strict Catholic.
Well, so I just did a phone topic before. When did you cry in front of a kids movie?
Yeah, you've done a lot of
mate.
movies.
I was thinking about taking the kids today.
It's horrific.
Don't do that at all.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Do you know what a pull request is?
I beg your pardon?
A pull request, is that when you just want to water one into the backyard, or?
No, not pool. Not pool, as in
from
something
South
you
Australia.
swim in. A pull.
A pull.
P-U-double-L.
I've put in a few of them.
Oh, because there's been only because it's obviously got something to do with business. Because this
A pull request, it's like transfer?
Well, yeah. So here, okay, when you're talking about someone who is wrapping up a pull request on their laptop. So I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe somebody knows.
request.
But it's business, and it's a guy wrapping up a pull request on his laptop at his own wedding. I don't know if you've seen the photograph.
Tell me, find out what a pull request is, please.
Yes. Gosh, Tom.
So it's where... okay.
Can you Google that?
Yeah, no, not that one, Tom. Not that one. Not that one. That one.
I'm actually asking sincerely.
Yeah, so in a pull request, collaborators can review and discuss the proposed set of changes before they make the changes into a code base. So maybe it's something like
It's something to do with
IT.
AI?
Yeah.
It does sound important, though, isn't it? It might be a big decision at the company that you need to make before you walk down the aisle, Kate.
Before you pull something out of the brief.
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, so it comes from the idea that you're requesting the project to pull changes from your idea.
So is this anything to do with the wedding?
No.
Not at all.
So they've been dating for ages. I don't know what their name. Casey, his name is, and he's
Classic
lovely. He's marrying a lovely young woman. They've been dating for ages, and what they're saying is that he's dedicated to his job. He's practically been married to his job for a lot longer before the fiance came along.
Okay.
And a mate of his, a co-founder of whatever business they happen to be in, has uploaded a photo to LinkedIn. All the cool kids are on LinkedIn saying, oh, mate, like he's just finishing wrapping up a pull request and now, shut that laptop and get back to the celebrations. And poor old Casey's really copped it on the internet.
Yeah, of course he has.
Because it's like...
We focus on your day, your bride's gone to so much effort, you're in love and you're there busy on your laptop with a pull request.
And it doesn't really... it's not a good indication of where your priorities are moving forward in the union.
If you can't get one day out of the business just to focus on the love of your life, you're in a bit of trouble, aren't you?
You're an idiot. And what does that mean for the future of that marriage? She's going to be there. They'll be on their honeymoon. It'll be the most romantic time. And there he is, back on the pull request.
Tap, tap, tapping.
Yep, she's giving birth, and there he is. Honey, you're watching this? We've got a baby. He's
Maybe
there
he
on
can't
pull.
even make. He won't make
He's
it.
another pull request has
Yeah,
There would be
I know.
there would be a lot of people out there. I had a mate who worked in a transport company, and his phone used to go off constantly.
Yeah.
Mate, we're supposed to be delivering this. Where is the person to pick it up? And he'd have to sort it out.
my
And
mum's-
outside hours.
If you're running your own business, there would
Yeah.
be a lot of pressure on that. So if it's not you doing it, nobody's doing it, and things go down the plug hole.
Yeah.
The pressure. You'd have to have an understanding partner.
Yeah, I've seen this with you.
What?
When we're out and about, and then you'll get a phone call from your manager.
From my manager. I don't have a manager,
You
by
do.
the way. I have an agent.
Okay, you got an agent, and it's. I'm so sorry for the
That sounds
terminology.
even worse.
No, it's not.
So, yeah, and your
No,
agent.
they're different.
This is Kate's life behind the scenes here at Nova, right? This is what her day's made up of. New idea. They want another story. Woman's Weekly. What? They want an interview.
I wouldn't speak that way about the Australian Women's Weekly. I like them.
What do you mean they've already done a birthday cake book?
Take 5.
I wanted to release one of
I'm
those.
not doing a Take 5 story.
I'm not interested in that campaign. There's no way I'll do it. Okay, I'll do it. This is what it sounds like.
It doesn't sound like that at all. In fact,
And then you'll go,
know
what are they offering? Tell them I need more, and I'm in.
That's not the way I speak.
You say, price me out of it.
I can't even.
Okay, I'll do it.
You know what's happened this morning with. I got a new phone.
Can I just tell everybody?
I can't even tell. I couldn't even take a call from my manager.
So she's got a brand new phone.
I had to go and buy one.
She hands me the phone. It says SOS
I
in the
didn't
corner.
want to buy one.
What's
She
wrong
said,
with my phone?
What's
It's
wrong with my
SOS?
phone? I've put the SIM card in. It still doesn't work.
Save our souls.
Right? So you know when you get your little pin and you put it in the
It
SIM card
spent
part?
hours uploading or doing something, whatever that thing was last night.
So then...
Whatever the thing is called, a backup.
Yeah. So
Is it?
then
Yeah.
I get the little pin and I press it in. It comes out, and you know, there's a tiny little indent, little tray where the SIM card sits, and the corner of the SIM card is cut on the 45,
I
so you
looked
know
at
where
that.
it sits. Yeah, you did. But what you did is you put the SIM card on the other side.
Yeah. And
Well, it's not even
So
sitting in the little groove.
the shape was mild.
you jammed
the
it
shape
in.
was.
Yeah, you jammed it in, so you've squeezed the SIM card into a slot that it doesn't fit.
Yeah, it's not.
Not even into the recessed area where the SIM card sits.
Do you know how many things I had to achieve yesterday?
Not a lot. You just had your manager your agent calling. Yeah, tell him I'll do it for that amount of money.
Show me the money.
I'll need 50,000 for that.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like me.
Home and
That's
Away want me back. What do you mean they're making a movie?
We're going to play I'm Still Standing just after.
100,000.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's get on with it. We're ready to go,
I'm
guys?
so excited about
Are we
this.
ready to riddle?
Yes.
Put down your pen. Stop that fiddle. Everybody, let's
Get
ready to
riddle.
riddle.
Yeah, good.
Something like that.
Nearly as good as your Sabrina Carpenter, please.
No, we need to save that.
Fire! Here we go. A man was born before his brother and yet was younger than him. How is that possible? A man was born before his brother and yet he was younger than him. How is that
Born again Christian?
No.
Oh, damn.
Thank you for your contribution.
not switched
Fantastic
on this
to have
morning.
you on board. I will go again. Emphasis on wording. A man was born before his brother and yet was younger than him. How is it possible?
Because he was born before his brother.
Please explain.
Before.
A man
was the
was...
second child.
No.
What? I'm not going to get this.
Tom's ticking. Tom's really
Yeah,
ticking.
I just need it one more time.
Okay,
I'm
thanks so much for
sorry.
the opportunity to share. A man was born before his brother and yet was younger than him. How is that possible?
What's that hand
Brother.
action?
Wait,
Are they twins or something?
What's the clue? What's the word that we need to focus on? Brother? Before.
A man was born before his brother.
13 24 10 if you can help us.
Thought this was an easier one for our first riddle today on a Friday.
Yeah, no, we're meant to be warming up.
Yeah.
What about, can I give you a clue?
Yeah.
Before Christ?
We are brought here today.
We are brought or bought?
Brought here today.
I think we've got someone who knows the answer. Sue in Brookvale.
Hello, Sue.
Guys, is it he was born in front of him?
Yes, he was.
He
Yes, he was, Sue.
You're going to have to explain that because I didn't quite hear Sue.
Sue was saying he was born in front of him. So a man was born before his brother.
Almost before him. He was born before
him. Yeah, in front of him.
Oh, well, that's very oldie-worldy language we don't use.
You wouldn't say it like that in a sentence.
Yes, we were born here today before.
Yeah, like my daughter was born before her father or whatever.
Well, now you're going back to how you would normally say it, which is the emphasis on the riddle.
I don't know what's happening, but my brain is about to explode.
Let's move on to the next one. A little bit easier, guys. Different lights do make me strange. Into different sizes I will change. What am I?
Shadow?
No.
A torch?
Nope.
Different lights make me strange.
Different lights
Magnifying glass?
No. Different lights do make me strange. Into different sizes I will change. What am I?
A shadow?
That's already been submitted by Ms. Richards.
Shadow.
No, there's an echo in here. No.
Is it something...
Gee, tough riddles for Friday.
Eyes?
Yes! Kay Ritchie! Yes, the pupil will change based on light.
Making it look strange?
It changes to different light. Don't roll your eyes. That's a good riddle.
They're tricky.
Yeah, they are.
Is the third one going to be the easy one and you've just...
Maybe I've stepped it up for a Friday, guys. I mean, you've had a short week. It's been an easy one. So start thinking. Easy. 3 men are sitting in a small motorboat 1 kilometre from the shoreline. The first is afraid of water, the second is afraid of drowning, and the third is afraid of sharks. The boat's motor is not operational and there is nothing to row with. How do they get to the shoreline?
They're already on shore. They're on land.
Ryan James,
That's a good one.
Because you
just assume they're on the water.
They got out of the boat and walked.
Oh, good one.
Ryan, that was awesome, mate.
Thanks so much.
To round it out, we got Mandy and Mascot. Hello, Mandy!
Morning, guys. How are we?
Morning to you on the Friday, Mandy. Have you got a riddle for us?
Yep. This is a dead giveaway. What am I?
This is a dead giveaway. What am I? A coffin, a
will?
A will!
That's a good one, Mandy. Thank you.
Mandy.
Thank you, Kate.
That was
in the post.
That was the most succinct, that shortest riddle that we've ever had, wasn't it?
You like them like that.
Yeah, because you can't play along. You can't play along because it was quite easy. So thanks, Mandy, for contributing anyway. But
have a great weekend.
All great
Love
riddles.
You, bye.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is exciting, guys.
Do you know what? You can only imagine the pain that Nedd Brockmann's going through at the moment. Just completed 1,000 kilometres. 1,000 kilometres in just over 7 days?
Yeah, do you know what's
7
interesting?
days?
Because I've been trying to break it down for the kids and I'm trying to talk to them about... So Ned's been running up to, say, 170 kilometres a day.
Yeah.
Now, if you divide that by your marathon length of 42, it's 4 marathons a day. He's running 4 marathons a day.
It's ridiculous.
What I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to divide it into the length of the city to surf. He's doing 12 city to surfs a day.
That's crazy.
Just for you to get your head around the enormity of this achievement.
Massive.
We think he's going to be finishing up Sunday sometime, and this weekend out at Homebush at the athletics track there that everyone knows about, you can go out and support Nedd. We've got Ollie, producer Ollie, who works on the show. He's out there now. What's the atmosphere like, Ol?
Fitz, it's all happening here. The sun is out. People are coming up to show their support for Nedd. He's obviously just running around the track. I just saw him have a blue Powerade before to keep him going.
Wow, great update,
It's pretty hot here already, though. It's only just gone, 8:45, but it's still, the sun's up. It's pretty hot.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be managed to finish it on Sunday. It's open for the public all weekend.
Ollie,
he's tracking pretty well.
That's what I was trying to work out, because a lot of his running has been done at night because he is trying to avoid the heat. So I'm surprised that he's out at this stage of the day. It's like going to the zoo and you don't know whether the animals are going to be out.
Yeah, I know. When's the best time to go to see Nedd? Can you what kind of pace is he going at? Because I just want to get a visual picture. I've watched him on the socials.
Yeah.
But he's got to be looking a bit haggard.
He's running with someone there. He's going a pretty consistent, nice pace. I say, I mean, his Strava's probably tracking, I'd say like a 4:30 maybe.
Yeah, Boxer Harry Garside's been there a lot with him.
Can you grab a supporter? Is there anyone around there?
Well, I mean, I've tried my best to find someone. I find Kylie Brockmann, Ned's mum, so hopefully she's here. She joins us now.
Hi,
Kylie, hello.
Hey, Kylie. Hello.
Kylie, you're obviously the number one supporter and you're a crucial member of this team. This is huge. Can you tell us, just as we follow Nedd on his track, how many Ks we're at this stage?
Well, I'm not sure whether there's been an update since the first master lap this morning.
Right.
So probably at about 1,014 or upwards of 1,014. Yeah.
I mean, there was a big celebration at that 1,000 mark, which is huge. Can you tell us, like, I've been trying to get my head around just how tough Nedd Brockmann is, and I know Nedd and I understand his will, but when he was a younger kid, was there a moment where you went, whew, he's not your average boy?
Yeah, there was probably several moments through, and more so in retrospect, because you don't know till you know, do you?
No.
The things that he did that I look back and think, oh yeah, that was probably not a normal thing for a kid to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Kylie,
so he would build Lego for 10 days straight without sleeping.
and then run on them.
Yep.
For sure.
Were you on the Perth to Bondi? Were you helping out Kylie that whole time?
I turned up on day 3.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, because our daughter turned 21 on that day. So
right.
I spent the night before with her and then flew over with the physio, actually.
Well, he had such bad injuries on that trip that you had to drive something like 400 or 500 kilometres to get that checked out, and then he hit the road again. So is there anything that you would think that would pull him out of this before the last couple of days?
No.
But that's the thing. Like, I've been watching, and Kylie, to see him on the side of the track, I mean, day 3 he was vomiting. And the bruising, the swelling, the condition of his feet is terrible, but it's not going to stop him.
No, that's correct. It won't stop him. He'll just find a way to keep putting one foot in front of the other.
And I guess you know your son better than most. I mean, what does it make you feel like as a mum? What's your role there? Do you have to turn away sometimes and go and sit in the car for a while, or are you there beside him? Do you chat to him?
Depends if he wants to chat.
Yeah.
It's a fairly, this is an incredibly individual pursuit that he's trying to attain. But I mean, I'm sure that even the original record wasn't done on an athletics track.
No. Kylie, can you tell us quickly, when is he meant to finish?
That is probably a moving target right now.
Sometime Sunday, though, yeah?
I'm not sure that will happen at this point. Yeah, I don't know. I know he won't stop till he gets the 1,000 mile.
No, exactly. So. And I think what even he said to us in the studio that time is he might not want to chat, but he does love the support. He loves when all of those people have come down and been on the sidelines. So if you can get there over the weekend, it would be amazing.
Awesome. Open to the public. Thanks, Kylie. That is fantastic.
Wow, good effort.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I just got a mini for you. I got a short one. I want you to understand.
Oh, great. Okay, I'll time you.
No, but I just got a little thing that I want to mention because I want you to understand where I'm coming from.
Just a little Temu mini mention.
Just a mini one. I ordered it from Temu. The story arrived and I thought I would share a tiny little tale with you.
It's just a little one.
Hello. Yesterday, the social media summit was on, right? I went along and we spoke on behalf of 36 months. So afterwards, the team, and there was a few of us, where there was maybe 8 of us, we just went downstairs here in Piermont and ordered a little bit of food and had a bottle of wine.
Oh, nice. As a bit of a celebration?
Just to sit around, just to catch up, catch your breath.
Debrief.
And a bit of a debrief. There was a race to get home because the kids were with the babysitter and Lisa had something on in the city. Yep. So we were both trying to get home to relieve the other. And you know that pressure of, I'd love to come and have a drink with you guys. Sorry, got to relieve the babysitter. They're meant to be out of there by 4. Anyway, so Lisa had finished and I'd rung her 3 times and I said, can I just stay here for a little bit longer? Is it really a rush to get home? I then get a message from her that said, I'm home, all good, you stay out, have fun. That message, for anybody that wants to do that.
That's not what it means?
It is what it means. And it's just beautiful. It's that feeling of permission, freedom. That feel, it's better than Christmas.
So what time did you get home? 2, 3 in the morning?
No, about 5:30.
Oh,
But
wow, you're
missing the point. When your partner gives you permission to stay out, and not only that feeling of support with, have fun.
Did she mean it? Was there a kiss on the end?
Yeah, there was a kiss. It was
are you just misreading it? We should do that text thing we used to do where we break down the text because it may not mean that.
There was nothing loaded about it.
Did she actually say, "Oh, okay, don't worry, I'm home. You do what you need to. Have fun." It's just the way you read it.
It was an amazing feeling.
And are you that naive to think that Lisa is not at home going, the girls are going down to the Southern Highlands in a few weeks. I haven't told
she's
Wippa
not planning
about
anything.
You don't think it's a credit?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Not a credit.
You're kidding yourself,
They don't
mate.
stand for anything.
She's got one up her sleeve.
If anything, she's seen what I've done recently for her and the family and gone, you know what? Give him a bit of time.
Yeah.
He's a good kid.
Oh, look, if that is...
Why don't let him run?
If that is what it was, then I do agree with you.
That feeling is like winning lotto.
The fact that you asked and were aware that your
teamwork.
responsibility was to get home to the kids and you noted that, she was then able to kind of allow you to do it. Some people would just turn their phone off and not go home.
This break is going way too long for my liking. I thought it was supposed to be a mini.
Just there's so many people that could
relate.
You're winding me up.
No, I get it. You
when
know
you
what?
get that message,
Yeah, be respectful.
It's like chooks flying out of your bum. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
The feeling is
you'll have to buy her a bag today.
Relief.
No
What a
doubt
relief.
about it.
What? She's not into that.
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.